Welcome friends to another UPALEVEL production, and today I've got a bit more of a sombre explore for you today, because I've got a very beautiful church but also an ancient graveyard. Now it's not so morbid really exploring graveyards. I don't go exploring one's new graveyards where there's people recently deceased still being grieved for by their loved ones. I go more to ancient graveyards, people long forgotten, and relive their memory then. So that's what this one's all about. The place that I'm at here now is going to be a future explore, so it'll probably be an abandoned one next week. Don't know if it'll be this one, but check this out folks. Does this look inviting? So we're going to check that one out soon and film that. I'm just doing a little bit of work on it today, but not full explore today. But this will be one of the ones coming. They fixed the fence since the last time I come here. So anyway, this is in Wolverley, this church. It's absolutely beautiful, and there's some really interesting old graves here as well, so check them out folks, enjoy. So we're up at this this church then. I think this is St John the Baptist Church, and this is in Wolverley. This looks quite old. Some of these gravestones look quite old indeed. Like some beautiful golden hour light tonight for this just setting. This church is quite beautiful in itself, red brick church. No idea how old it is or something, I can find out. That's pretty cool. The church is open today. You can actually go inside if you want to. Just check out the entranceway. We might go in and have a look, but I really want to find the old graveyard at the back. I think there's a really ancient graveyard, which we'll go and check out. See if I can read how old this gravestone is here. Most of the writing's gone off them, but this one I can still read. 18. It says 1772 there, folks. I don't know if you can read that. This one's pretty old then. Okay, folks. So the gentleman here was just telling me he'd just been winding the clock, and I just missed it. This is the clock winder to wind the clock up there, which is up there. And he says it loses, sorry Ellen?
40 seconds about every week.
That's amazing.
It's never been put right in 40 years, so I just put it on tonight.
Let's take a look inside folks. So it's like in here. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. The old Bibles there. That's nice, the balcony's up there, nice. That's very, absolutely silent in here, there's no one here at all. Let's have another little look around this way with the light on. Must be where the priest goes in there. To be honest with you, I don't know much about churches. Let's have a look at this little monument up here. All the poppies there, poppy wreaths. All those who fell in the Second World War, 1939 to 1945.
in grateful memory of the men of Wolverley who gave their lives for their country in the Great War. That's the First World War. That's pretty cool. Let's take a walk up the aisle and up in this end. My boots are creaking again. Got my creaky boots on. That's where you would give your sermons. And the organ there. It's a beautiful church. Take a look up at this stained glass window up here. That's beautiful. There's loads of little monuments and stuff there, more stained glass windows up there. Beautiful, stained glass windows are fantastic. Let's just walk around this end a little bit, check out the other ones. Beautiful. Oh, that cool doorway. And the pipe organ. Check out this pipe organ, folks. That's cool. Oh, look at these. This is where you would kneel to pray. Along there. See that plaque there, folks? Memory of Humphrey Bates. Died 1741, aged 24. Amazing. This must be very old indeed. So in this section there's a bit of old and new. This one's quite old there. You can read the date on that one, 1876. I just thought I'd show you at the same time. We're at the back of this property here. Look at the moss on that roof there. This is another cool little old property. That's really cool. So folks, this one's really crazy. This is one of the oldest ones I've found yet. And it says, "Thy great creator God of earth, by me," that's double E, "remember in thy youth, dust with an F, earth and ashes." Oh, okay, so the ashes, the ampersand is like an S then. "Here lieth, hooping to rise eternally." So that's with a double R. I don't know if you can read this on the camera, guys, but this is mad. "Here lieth the body of John Wood, Ivenor or Ianor, because V's and U's were interchangeable in them days, of Cornwall." I think that says Cornwall, but it's C-A-V, which could be a U, N ampersand, I have no idea. Consul? Oh, Consul, yeah, because there's a place up the road called Consul, which is C-A-U-N-S-A-L-L, that's quite weird. Who deserted, I can't even read what it says. May the 16th, 1684, died, aged about 30 years, so they didn't even know where he was born. That's crazy, 1684, that's one of the oldest ones I've found yet. And check out this one with the moss on it as well. That's also pretty cool. And then next to it, I have one of these tomb-like ones. Crazy. A lot of these really old ones I can't even read, to be honest with you. If I get up close to this one here, you can't even read this one. About who? You can see a little bit of detail in it, but I can't actually read the date on that one at all. 1782, 1783. I can read that one. (1841), 1838, 1828. That one there. Pretty old. So we're twisting through the newer part to the old part. But I love this little pathway up here. And the ancient trees. I love these old trees, these big old trees. This thing's fantastic. You can see that there. These old trees are fantastic. It's a really nice little walkway through the trees here. This would definitely be a nice place to be buried. I always like these little walkways through the trees. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's cool. As we look across, you can see that there's some newer stuff here, but then there's some old. And unlike where I live, the iron railings are still there on some of these old graves, and people haven't actually stolen like they do around by me. So there is some old ones here. This one says 1901. Richard Potts, 1901. You can see some of the iron bars still here. These are some of the more ancient graves. The iron bars are there, and the chain's still on that one. These are some of the quite the older ones. A big massive cross there. These are the cool bits. These are the old cool bits that I like. And I like this tree as well. That's quite a mad tree. This one with the scroll work on it. It's just like a big scroll. Crazy. Okay folks, so I made it right to the end then. This is not quite the oldest part. But these are World War I and World War II. As you can see here, this is the more neglected part. I like walking on people's graves. It's never been something I've enjoyed, walking on graves. But you can see that some of these are completely overgrown. More neglected, that one's cool leather. The cross is actually got all the vines growing up it there. On there, 1927. So the guy said to me these are the World War I and World War II section graves on this end, but the older stuff is around by the church. So there's actually all daffodils growing wild around here in this graveyard. These are just growing wild daffodils. Some of these places are really old and overgrown. Look at that one. You can barely even see that's a grave. It's that overgrown. (1936). Some of them, that one's just a lump in the ground. There isn't even any headstone or surrounding or anything left of that one. This one's actually a child's grave. You see this one's tiny. What does it say? Let me just read what it says here. Suffer little children to come unto me. Suffer little children to come unto me. That was that's crazy. Little child's grave there. Very sad. Check this one out, guys. 1932. It's like a column with the top completely broken off, completely missing. Check out this ironwork, folks. Superb, isn't it? There's like a little entranceway into this one. Old Celtic cross there. And come across this way. This one's very cool indeed. There we go, look at this one, folks. Some more cool ironwork around there. And then this cross. Cool indeed. 1901. I can just about read it. This is some pretty old stuff around this end, folks. I'll take a walk around this way. So this other one with the iron railings here. This one has straight iron railings around it. look a little closer, you might be able to see the detail better. Detail in that. I don't know if you'll be able to read that, folks. 1890. So this huge monument here, as you can see, it's got all these railings around it, looking pretty rusted up and stuff, but cool nevertheless. But we look at it, and this says, in memory of Joshua Proctor Brown, Wested Esquire of Lee Castle, Wolverley. Lee Castle. I think once upon a time there was a castle here called Lee Castle, which has since been demolished and is unfortunately gone now. Ooh, just fell down a big step. And if we come across this one, check this one out as well. These are old ones, these are the really old ones around here. In memory of John Woodward, who, what does that say? Who died December the 18th, 1826. Phoebe, wife of John Woodward, who died on the 14th of January 1811, age 58. Crazy. And also on the other side of this, it's the same monument. The 5 children of John and Phoebe Woodward, aged 2 years, aged 9 months, aged 3 years, aged 6 years, aged 2 years. Wow, 1796, 1796, 2 died in the same year. 1789, 1783, 1779. Wow, so they lost all their children. 5 children of theirs died, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So if we come across here from this one, you can see these old red brick tombs here. I'd have to get on top of it to read the date on it. But these red brick tombs, these are ancient. These are the really ancient ones close to the church here. So I bet you these ones with the red brick are probably as old as the church. Let's take another look at the church there. That's the church itself. So I think this is private property, but I'm always intrigued when I find these little alleyways like this with a locked up gate on it. You can see down there, that's a complete little private alleyway there. I wonder where that goes. Thanks for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. I got my tripod and my little drift device with me here, so I can do a little bit of cinematics while I'm here. See you for the next one. Be an abandoned one. Laters.